today, for the very first time, she took to a stage, a very big stage, an actual stage, and gave a very big speech about criminal justice here in New York City at Columbia University. This was a major speech in the short history of Hillary for America. For one thing, she was darn good.
Indeed, it is a time for wisdom. For yet again, the family of a young black man is grieving a life cut short. Yet again, the streets of an American city are marred by violence, by shattered glass and shouts of anger and shows of force. Yet again, a community is reeling, its fault lines laid bare, and its bonds of trust and respect frayed.
John, we're going to look at more of that speech later in the program, talk more in detail about it. But your first cut on how Hillary Clinton did in her first policy speech as an official 2016 candidate.
Well, let's start by acknowledging the fact that I and you and many others have been very critical of her in her campaign launch for having it be substance-free, for not laying out more of a policy agenda. And yet here she is, stepping forward with this Baltimore situation still playing out, the worst of it hopefully over, and seizing the agenda on a big issue. I thought the performance was strong. I thought the substance was a little bit thinner, but the timing was impeccable, and you got to give her credit for being out there in the lead.
You know, we don't want to politicize the tragedy in Baltimore, and we want to pay our due to that as we have been all week. But I have to say, I think from a purely political point of view, a performance point of view, a campaign point of view, this was the best day of her campaign to date. A very strong speech, very well written, and she made it clear to people that she was showing them her heart. I thought this was the most authentic, emotive she's been, and a well-thought-through, well-crafted speech off teleprompter. I thought, again, just the pure politics of it, the best day of her campaign to date.
And turned around quickly and well. I mean, the speech was, if you read it on the page, the speech is a well-written speech. It's clear that her policy shop has been working on this even before the Baltimore flare-up happened. I'm just impressed by it. I think that it not only showed off her and her heart, as you said, and I agree, but also showed off her team as being on the ball.